We've lived in Bali for over 2 years now and have explored this unique, beautiful island from many angles. And today we want to share our top list of the most hidden gems, incredibly beautiful spots that we personally believe are absolute must-sees.
Actually, if you search for Bali in any search engine, most of the locations you'll see are located in the Karangasem region. In my opinion, it's the perfect location for tourists because all the most beautiful spots are right here. A great bonus is that this area is still developing, so there aren't any huge crowds of tourists yet. So you can experience that truly authentic Bali, but without the massive crowds of people.
Let's start with a little bit of backstory. We stayed in this place once and realized it's one of the most underrated spots in all of Bali. Many people think Bali doesn't have any beaches where you can actually enjoy a good swim, but that's not true. Virgin Beach is one of the few beaches where there are no big waves and the water is crystal clear. And it's truly pleasant to go for a swim at any time of the day.
In my view, this is the most picturesque beach on the island, which is cozily tucked away in a bay. The best thing about this beach is that you can always swim here, regardless of the high or low tides.
Man, I'm completely covered in sand now.
Well, it won't be visible.
And as for the watercolor, it's the most stunning beach, at least in East Bali, but I'd say in all of Bali too. From the airport to Virgin Beach, it takes about 2 hours, and it's that authentic Bali everyone is looking for. We fell so much in love with this place that last year we specifically moved here for 2 months. We lived here, and we explored the surroundings of this entire area. And now we'll show you what you can see here if you've made it to this most unique and stunning location. Let's go, it's very interesting.
Once, my friend and I were swimming at this beach and we saw some very large fish in the distance. My friend got scared, ran out of the water and went to a local to find out. She thought they were sharks. She said, "It's okay, those are dolphins." We were in shock. Everyone thinks you can only see dolphins in Lavina, but it turns out that's not the case. They are in this location as well.
And after that story, we just went to the locals and talked with them. They said, yes, indeed, there are dolphins here. We made an arrangement with them for the next day. We went out into the ocean and sailed away from the shore. Literally, I don't know, maybe 300 or 400 meters. And the locals at this time actually are mostly out fishing. They cast a fishing line that has many hooks on it, and dolphins swim up and take the mackerel right off the local fishermen's hooks. And the local fishermen really dislike them for that because they're basically taking their food. So we've met with the locals a few times and discussed that a proper dolphin watching spot could be organized here, and they are ready to do it. It's such an unusual sight when you're just sailing across the smooth surface of the water, bathed in the warm rising sun, and then quite suddenly, life appears to the right and to the left. It's truly quite a unique experience.
Many people go to Ahmed or Nusa Penida for snorkeling. But actually, there's a really great snorkeling spot right here.
And you can see fish here right from the beach. I mean, roughly in the middle of Virgin Beach, there's a beautiful coral reef with lots of fish. There are the well-known clownfish, those Nemo fish.
Did you see them?
Yes, I saw them, of course.
Seriously?
Seriously, I went swimming myself. And the thing is, you don't need a boat or anything else to go far from the shore to see the fish or the corals, not here. You can just grab a mask. There are plenty of places where you can just rent one right on the beach. You walk in and you're already watching beautiful fish. Plus, there are turtles here. We'll show you in this video. Today, as we're filming this episode, these tiny baby turtles hatched last night. We'll definitely show them to you. And right behind me is this black rock, this black cliff, and behind it is a beautiful spot where practically every time we snorkel, we see a turtle there. Not many people know that just a 5-minute drive from Virgin Beach, there's a surf spot. If you love surfing, you don't have to go to Bukit or Canggu. It's right here, 5 minutes away, and you can catch your wave. This is Sergey, an old friend of mine. We've known each other for a long time. He really loves Virgin Beach, loves this location, and comes here very often. I feel like every time I come here, I see him.
I'm here every weekend because you really will not find a better place to ride on calm water.
So I see you're on a wakeboard today, right?
Yes, we're wakeboarding today, towing it behind a boat. And so on the flat water, but it's better to arrive before 10 a.m. and you won't find a better uncrowded spot for riding.
Bali has a special kind of Hinduism different from the Indian one. Besides worshipping the main deities like Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva, they also worship local spirits and ancestral spirits. Religion here is closely tied to daily life, which is why the Balinese are so kind and helpful. They live in harmony with nature and believe in karma and balance. One of the most important temples in Bali is Pura Besakih. It's located literally just a 1-hour drive from Virgin Beach. I recently heard an interesting story about it. When the first settlers from Java, from the Majapahit Empire, arrived in Bali and began to establish their settlement here, half of all the settlers perished. And their leader, the High King, entered a state of meditation right at the summit of Mount Agung. And in his meditation, these words came to him: "You came here only to take, but you must give back." And at that moment, he realized he needed to do something good, grand, and beautiful. And that's when they began to lay the foundation for this Pura Besakih temple. If you want to visit a quiet, peaceful, and serene place, then you must come to the Ujung Palace. It's located just 10 minutes away from Virgin Beach. This place was built for the royal family and served as their summer residence. There are many ponds, I think 3 ponds with carp. There are very few tourists in this place. It's very quiet and calm. And they've created a sort of mix here of European culture and local Balinese culture. So in terms of the park itself, you can clearly see the influence of the European school of landscape design, right? But the building is more of a Balinese story. Tirta Gangga is one of the most famous temples in Bali. It was built by the king of Karangasem in 1948 and is considered a place of purification where you can undergo a cleansing ritual. In the center stands an 11-tiered fountain surrounded by many pools filled with carp. The name of this temple translates to Holy Waters of the Ganges, and all the water that flows into it comes from Agung and is considered sacred and blessed. That's exactly why various purification rituals are performed there. Pura Lempuyang Temple, probably one of the most recognizable landmarks in Bali. There are beautiful views of the Agung volcano and all the surrounding areas. Sometimes, of course, it all gets covered in clouds, but it's also interesting to walk among the clouds. The next top spot is the Kintamani district. It's a mountainous area with stunning views of Mount Batur and the lake. The best thing to do in this place is naturally to climb the volcano itself. The trekking starts at around 2 or 3 in the morning. As you climb, you can enjoy the sunrise and views of the surrounding mountains and the volcano. And even cook yourself some breakfast. They boil eggs right there on the hot springs. One of the perks of this location is that it's very close. 30 minutes away is Padang Bai Port, where you can catch a boat to Nusa Penida, visible over there, Nusa Lembongan, Nusa Keningan, Lombok, and the famous Gili Islands. Everything here is literally within an hour's reach. Half an hour to the port, 40 minutes to the island. This whole area here is considered a protected nature reserve. Construction is prohibited, so the most people can set up here are tents to create a glamping site like this. So this area will stay exactly as it is. They won't be able to build it up. You'll always be able to see gorgeous views here. And also, well, in Bukit, for example, there are no rice terraces. Sure, you've seen the cliff, but you won't see terraces there. Whereas here, it's just a 15-minute drive and you can already see rice terraces. Farmers working by hand, it's a completely authentic, beautiful place where you can enjoy the silence and nature. So it's that authentic, beautiful, quiet and peaceful Bali where you can just have a great rest. Near Virgin Beach, there are also some unforgettable secret waterfalls. And another waterfall, it's very Instagrammable, Gembleng Waterfall. Literally a half-hour drive away, there are also gorgeous, beautiful mountains. There's the Pura Batur Sari temple there. It's located high up in the mountains. It's a completely different climate, so if it's hot on the coast, in just half an hour you'll feel the cool air, you'll walk in the clouds, but at the same time, stunning views open up of the ocean, also of rice fields and huge beautiful forests and slopes. Many hundreds of years ago, there was a state called Majapahit, and it was located on the island of Java. There's a very famous volcano, Bromo. Many people know about it or have heard of it. And right next to this volcano is Mount Semeru. The ancient capital of Majapahit was located there. And when Muslims began to gradually take over the island of Java, the royal family fled from Semeru and they sailed to the island of Bali. The very first place where they established their new city was actually located in the eastern part of Bali. Why? Because here is Mount Agung, which reminded them of that very same Mount Sumeru. They're very similar in shape, so when they arrived and saw Agung, they decided to settle right here first. So this is the historical part where the entire royal family moved to. Well, you know yourself that kings don't choose bad things. Yeah, they usually always have good taste after all, you know, and pick the very best locations. Stunning islands as well. This is also a protected island, where building is also prohibited, but there's a shark spot nearby. Small sharks swim there, which you can also go and observe or go snorkeling. Well, that's for those who aren't afraid of sharks, so feel free. Someone's already headed probably to Lombok. You can do that too. To the right and left of Virgin Beach are volcanic cliffs. Volcanic cliffs mean black sand? Yeah. Over time, like washed by the ocean, black sand appears, but on Virgin Beach, the sand is white. One of the unique features of this place, because all the other beaches along this coast nearby that are located here, they're all black. Many, naturally, are interested in the occupancy of the site. Yeah, this is a camp. It has one such VIP tent, let's call it that. It rents for $100 a day, without amenities, without any pools. The only thing it has is a gorgeous view. Locals come here too. Locals rent these stands. I think if in dollars, they cost around $50. And on weekends, everything here is booked, always. That's exactly why we decided to build in this location, because there's a lot of interest. There are actually many tourists here, but no real estate. So we're among the first to enter here who truly understand the potential of this location, that they will only keep developing every year. Certain infrastructure is already being built here. Nearby, just recently, they built a new gym. Being built right here, 5 minutes up this hill, a very beautiful restaurant is under construction. And basically, as this area develops, major developers are starting to move in. The very fact that major developers are looking at this area and that they're ready to invest here already says a lot. Thank you for watching this episode to the end. Be sure to watch how we build unique, beautiful villas in Bali in harmony with nature.
And ask your questions. We'll be happy to share our personal experience. Bye-bye.
Bye.